Hello guys and welcome to Cloud's Gaming. Today we are going to continue in the Curious expedition. We made it to the second expedition and we currently have 159 fame on a second place. So let's continue. So now we have two options. Unforgiving drylands or the Guahaha grasslands. A well-balanced region consisting mostly of white grasslands. Yeah. The other one is a harsh and desolate area into which only experienced explorers should venture. So this one is probably easier, so let's go here. Because if you die, you have to start over. Full of anticipation, I made haste and arrived at the docks. We had some more time before the ship would be ready, so I saw if there was anything I could do. A military man approached me and spoke of a deserter who had abandoned his post and hidden in a native village. I would be handsomely rewarded if I could return with him. So this is the soldier right here, Captain Joshua Stein. Let's accept. The soldier was seemingly relieved as I accepted his request. He saluted us and wished me luck before leaving the harbor. Antoine Badeau, that's a cook, offered to join our expedition. That's great, a cook who delights in making meals from unusual ingredients. So let's recruit the cook. We could use a cook and welcomed Antoine Badeau in our trek. Just in time our vessel was ready for departure. Let's see if we can purchase any equipment. I decided to visit the local outfitter before venturing out. I knew that an adequate choice of equipment is vital for a successful expedition. So let's barter. First aid kit, yeah. That might be useful. Empty canvas is needed to draw pictures. I wonder what we need that for. A weather balloon to collect interesting scientific data. Yeah, I don't know if we need anything really. We might need some more machetes because we had 10 when we set out the last time and we're already down to 4. So let's pick up 6 of those. Maybe our first aid kit. So now we are ready for the second expedition in the unexplored lands. So it looks like Charles Darwin just got a new perk. No, that's just a quest. Find deserter, find the fugitive in the native village. So the compass progress is 38%, meaning that it is wildly inaccurate, as you can see on the swings. So we have no idea where the golden pyramid is just yet. So let's move up to this one. And see what's hiding here. Let's check out the village. A man in a British officer's uniform welcomed us to his village. This must be the deserter we had been searching for. He introduced himself as Lieutenant Conrad. Yeah, so let's escort Conrad home. Conrad assured us that he would not be coming with us. Alright, so let's fight Conrad. Because we need to finish that quest. So this is a combat system in the Curious expedition. The idea is that every one of your trek members has a different dice. And the green dice is defense. And the blue dice is wisdom or some intelligence rolls. And the red ones are attack. So let's roll. And then when dice are vibrating, that means that you can use them for some kind of combination. So for example, if we log in these two, then we get overview. And then we click on this bar right here to trigger the effect. And then we can use the other dice here. We get a point blank shot. Let's take that. And this is the defense. Stable position. It provides 2 shield. So let's use that. That's all we can do. So let's roll again. We'll get one more attack, I think. Yeah, for 1 damage. Let's use that. So now we can't do anything else and we have to click end round. So now it's Conrad's turn. He made an attack, but it seems like he missed. So now it's us. Let's roll. So we have some attacks we can put out here. Point blank shot. But let's just check if this is just, yeah, that's just 1 attack damage. So now he's down to 2.5 hearts. Let's use this attack, point blank, with the shotgun. That took him out. So we are victorious. So he had Conrad's decoration, a military decoration awarded to Conrad. So I think we should bring this back. It'll be proof that we took care of the deserter. We had no choice but to kill Conrad. His military decoration would serve as proof of our actions. The villagers were thankful for his removal and returned to their everyday life. So apparently they did not enjoy the company of Conrad. He was probably just drinking booze and chasing women anyway. So let's try and recruit. We sat down and spoke with the natives to see if someone was willing to seek fame and glory. Luckily, one of the villagers had an insatiable wanderlust and wanted to join our trek. So we can recruit a scout. We'll do just that. A native scout joined our trek. Oh, we also unlocked Amelia Earhart, which was the first female pilot, and she mysteriously disappeared at one point. We felt welcome here. They remained very polite, and we felt like welcome guests in this settlement. That's great. Let's see if they have something useful. We have a blue mushroom. I don't think we have anything we want to trade though. Even though it would provide some fame after the expedition. So we are down to 93 sanity, so let's just rest really quickly. We packed out our belongings and prepared to spend the night with the natives at their campfire. The natives shared their food with us and we sat by the campfire sharing stories long into the night. That looks really cozy. So let's sleep. The night was quiet and peaceful. The next morning we were woken by a group of native children seemingly making fun about us oversleeping. The atmosphere was beginning to get somewhat tense. We could tell that the villagers wanted us to leave. Yeah, so we only have 8 out of 20 standing with the natives. So let's move on. We told the men to pack up and headed out as new adventures awaited us. The natives thanked their guards as we left the village. The following days we caught glimpses of a village warrior behind us. Alright, so they're checking out where we're going. So the compass is 41% progress. Let's zoom out a little bit. So I think we'll head down towards this exclamation mark down there. Oh, we have too many trek members now. So we need to get rid of someone. So that means we'll have to get rid of the scout. Yeah, he won't follow us home after the expedition anyway, so let's dismiss him. There we go. So instead, so now we can move again, so let's go down here. Here we go, our little expedition. Let's make it through here. There's a hut. I wonder what that is. Let's check it out. We entered a mysterious looking hut. It was dark and damp inside, with all kinds of dried herbs and other peculiar things hanging from the damp walls. A native shaman approached us with an absent stare as he chewed on some leaves. So we can ask for a cleansing. I have no idea what that is, but let's ask. The shaman was willing to offer his services, but demanded payment up front. So he's got some items here that we can buy to bring home. Tome page of fire, tome page of mountain creation, tome page of chasm, and some mushrooms. I wonder how much he wants for a tome page. It's gonna cost us too much. I want to keep these cocoa leaves because we might need to restore sanity out in the wild. So let's just see if we can find something on our own to bring home. So let's look at the compass. It's still 48% only. So there's a mountain down there with an exclamation mark, but we can go north. So the compass swings between here and there, so we should probably head this way. Let's go here. There's a waterfall over here. That usually is a place we can rest to restore our sanity, which is down to 50, so let's go here. So we found a butterfly. Now Charles Darwin is happy with that. There's a tiger, and it's attacking. Alright, so we're going to have to fight this tiger. So we can make a kick for 3 damage. I wonder what this does. Look out. Provides 1 shield, which is nice. I think that's all we could do, so let's roll. Can't do anything with this. Let's save that one. Let's roll again. Shotgun blast for 3 damage. Or we can do a kick for 3 damage. Let's do a shotgun blast. And an attack for 1 damage. So now the tiger's down to 3.5. So we can't do anything else. Wow, that took 4 damage from our soldier. That's a strong tiger. So let's roll. I think we need some defense. That provides 2 shield. Here's a precise attack for 3 damage. Let's do that. Save this one. Point blank for 5 damage. That'll take out the tiger if we hit. Let's try that. There we go. We are victorious. So let's see if we get a tiger pelt or something to bring home. We stripped what was useful from the remains. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff here. Tiger pelt. I'm sure it's worth a lot. And some raw meat, which we apparently can cook, probably. It says it cannot be eaten raw. Animal tooth. It's also good to bring home for fame and money. Yeah, let's take everything. So we got -1 standing from the locals for killing the tiger. So let's see if we can get to the waterfall to rest up. We found some butterflies and we spent some machetes. So let's explore the waterfall. This waterfall was of enormous scale. It was an awe-inspiring sight. The water cooled down the air, creating a fresh breeze. So let's rest. We settled down, allowing everyone to rest. This night, Antoine Baudeux began to quickly whisper from time to time, as if he was talking to someone that was clearly not there. That's because he's paranoid. Let's just sleep. So now we get some sanity back for further travels. Going to have to rest again. I want to get more sanity. Anxiety spread amongst the group. We found out that Dabadai Tata had been so nervous that he dropped an item during the last leg of our journey. I wonder what he dropped. It doesn't sound good. Let's sleep. Alright, so now we are back to almost full sanity, so let's leave. As we left, we became aware that our campfire had set some nearby bushes alight. Before we knew what happened, the fire began to spread. Alright, so we have to get out of the fire. So now the compass is pointing north, so let's head north. We only have 3 machetes. Found 2 butterflies, that helps restore sanity. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any exclamation marks up here. There's also a lot of rocks. So I don't know if we can actually go through here. That's a forest fire spreading, the one we started down there. So let's have a look at the compass there. To there, so it's probably this direction. Let's go there. little bit of backtracking here. So move in here. That's a new region. Inactive geyser. There's a question mark here. So that's probably the golden temple, but we're down to 18 sanity. I don't know if we can make it. So if we eat these cocoa leaves, it'll restore some sanity. Then maybe we can make it up there. Let's try that. So now we're back up to 48. So let's make our... So let's try. There's a question mark right here. Here's the golden pyramid. So now we can end our expedition. And we are down to 15 sanity, so I think we'll just do that. So I don't really have any items here that will restore sanity. So that's it. There was the golden pyramid enthroned above the landscape, overcoming all the obstacles we had yet survived. So let's enter the pyramid. After weeks of traveling, euphoria overcame me. I knew that my name would be forever remembered. Finish expedition. So current fame 159, golden pyramid 120 for finding that. 9 butterflies, that's pretty good. 45. We spent 100 days, which is quite a lot, I guess. So our new fame is 224, but we also have some items to sell for fame, or to give to the museum for fame. So now we get to select another perk. Charismatic, recruit up to 2 units per expedition. Lone survivor, survivor a little longer when all alone. Climber, reduced move cost when crossing hills. So I think this is the best one, so we can recruit up to 2 units per expedition, because we didn't have room when I recruited the scout in this expedition. So let's pick this perk. So everybody's happy that we made it back to London. So let's see. We have animal tooth. Let's gift it to the museum because our expedition is all the way down here, so we need to improve that. We need more fame. So here's the tiger pelt. I'm really hoping that'll help. Let's gift it to the museum. It's only really 10, so yeah, we don't have anything else that we can gift, so that was a pretty bad expedition. We're sort of tied with Marie Curie and Ada Lovelace and Amelia Earhart, and Isabella Bird are doing better. Isabella Bird's not that far ahead, but it'll be kind of hard to catch Ada Lovelace. We really have to do a good expedition in the next episode. Alright guys, that was the second expedition. We'll do the third expedition in the next episode. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all next time.